There's so many people calling us,
Yeah.
and trying to get us to do this. And
Yeah.
sometimes, people are doing it for publicity, and some are working for Don. And I don't want to be. I never wanted to come into it anyway. I hadn't said anything about none of it. So, I just want to keep the peace.
Right. Well, I can tell you, we are.
Summer is my objective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't hear him looking for Summer.
Okay.
She can't stand kids, so they don't deserve to have kids.
Do you mind if we start recording so we can get this? Okay.
I could wait.
And we'll get some drinks and stuff. But I can tell you, we were out in the rain, in the pouring rain, looking in buildings today for her. So this is really not
It's
just
sick,
for
you know
clicks
what I mean?
and
I
stuff.
think
We're
you
really
I
invested.
think you can put them in a wall. I don't put anything past Don.
Mm-hmm.
After my second day there, he told me we had to work till 9 o'clock because he had child care services coming to his house.
That's crazy, right?
And I'm like, why do you have child care services coming to your house?
Yeah.
And he said he couldn't be there, so I was already like, okay, what kind of shit am I in now?
Right.
So, it's just,
Just on the record,
David
I
Toast.
want to tell you that Dawn reached out to me, and this is honest to God's truth,
I believe it.
while I was with Betty and said, you're focusing on the wrong people. It's not us. You need to talk to this guy.
Talking
And
about
I'm like,
you.
what? That's when people started coming to you. I personally know you're innocent. So the reason
if
why
I was the suspect, I believe TBI
Exactly, you're
in
doing
Candus
correct.
County would have taken me because I've met with them every time they ever called. TBI's been at my house, and I knew the first 20 seconds I talked to him, he already lost interest.
Yeah.
Why do you
So-
think they came to your house?
Well, because for one, it's their job.
Yeah.
They have to do that. But obviously, Don Wells said that I was the main suspect. I mean, I had the state police at my dad's house at 1:30 in the morning in Church Hill. The next day he fired me on a Monday, and Tuesday morning at 1:30 I got a missed call from my dad. He's called multiple times. Something's wrong. So I called at 7. Are you in some kind of trouble, son? They didn't even tell him what they were there for. They just was looking for me. Don Wells knew where I lived. Okay, Weber City, Virginia, and Churchill, Tennessee is two totally different places. So
Well, you guys look like normal people. How does it make you feel?
normal people.
How does it make you feel that he's, we know that he's put your name through the mud. He's called you a drug addict, all these things. How does that make you feel?
I mean, when I first heard it, it made me upset and angry. Because for one, I never done anything with him, but smoke weed.
Right.
So, he
Which I
never
don't think
once
is a crime.
said
Is that a crime in Tennessee? I don't.
Virginia's legal.
Okay.
It's legal in Virginia. That's where we're living.
Okay.
But how do I feel about it?
I mean, because he
He's-
said basically
he's just
that you're
trying
a
to-
meth addict.
You see, the problem is Don Wells, Candace Wells, knows what happened to Summer Wells. So I was in the way. I personally believe the accident happened on Monday or possibly Sunday night or Monday. Because that's the day I saw him went to work and I was fired that evening. So, but when I seen him, I've never seen Don this way before. He had this look on his face like something really bad happened.
When you say that date, what date would that be? So she
Well,
went missing on that 15th when you say the Monday.
That's the 14th.
The
That's
14th.
the day I got fired that evening. That's the day he said, well, he was talking about having everybody at the job and stuff. Tuesday, the day Summer come missing, I believe is what I heard. Richard Tucker and all them. But that was Monday, not Tuesday. So to me, I'm like, why is he lying about the date? You know, he was supposed to go to work Sunday. He didn't show up. I worked Saturday. And Monday I go in and he's sitting on a tub, like head down and just distraught. And I'm like, this ain't good. This
So he
thing-
did-
When you say a tub, where's this at? Like a job site?
At the job site.
What
yeah.
job site was that?
That was the one you recorded me at. Doing the drywall Saturday was. That was that job. That's the job he said, I couldn't tell what you had done that day. I put 5 buckets of mud on. She recorded me. And
Gotcha.
he got mad because I went over his work and it looked better. So he envied me. And he thought I was a threat to him and he was going to lose his job because all he knows how to do is finish drywall.
What was the address that you got, the last job that he was working on before summer went missing?
I can tell you exactly where it was. The address I couldn't went by
Okay,
lot
cool.
numbers.
Location.
It was what exit was that? Give me a moment. It was a subdivision, and it was right behind the BP gas station.
What town?
I want to say, man, what town was that? That's got to be like Fall Branch or, man, I get confused in the towns, but I know it wasn't Bluff City. It was close, Jonesboro.
Jonesboro.
I believe it was Jonesboro.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it was, Jonesboro.
So you got fired the day before Summer got reported missing.
Yeah, I got fired the day before. The day he looked all crazy and shit.
Who
He was
fired?
going to Jamie. He went and seen Jamie down the street from the job site. Okay, he went.
Who's Jamie?
Jamie was the guy that he said he went and talked to. You know, when Richard Tucker and all them was there. That was, but he didn't say I was there. See, he's saying that was on Tuesday. That's what I heard, but that was on Monday. That's the day I got fired. They were all there.
Did Don fire you or Richard Tucker fire you?
Don fired me.
What, like, why? Because he's like your at the time supervisor?
Well, we were partners, 50-50. Okay, that's what we were. Jesse put me with him, and because I was working too many hours on the job, he wanted me to go sub because I'd make more money working with Don. He needed some help. Don was doing like maybe one house a month. Okay, and he put me with him, so therefore we jumped up to almost 2 houses a month. You know, we was doing a whole house and then mostly a patch job or something somewhere. I'm gonna get a drink, babe. I need a drink.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How many times did you see him interact? Did you see him and Candus interact, or maybe even you might have?
She would come to the job site with
She would.
Rambo.
And how did they interact with her? Like
Who's her?
the parents, like Don and Candus, how did they interact
They were
with
always
Summer?
fighting half the time.
They fought a lot.
Yeah, they fought a lot.
Did you ever see them abuse Summer?
I seen him, not Summer, no. But I mean, if it depends on what you consider abuse. You know,
Verbal
you're telling
abuse.
Summer go beat up Dudley and walk on the walkboard that's sitting on stairs 10 feet off the ground. You know, she's 5 years old. The walkboard's the same walkboard they had in the picture of her coming from her house down to the ground. That was her steps. So a walkboard's aluminum and they have holes. You know, it's not something a 5-year-old should walk that walkboard. And I'd be like, Don, what if she falls? This Tucker's job be going down in trouble. You know what I mean? She got the kids there.
So when you said that the grandma and Candus would come to the job
Yeah,
sites,
they come
why
there
would they
a couple
come?
of times.
Why would they go there?
One time they came there to get money. One time he had to go outside because they were fighting. I don't know what they were fighting about. But mostly they fought a lot.
When they came there, what kind of vehicle did they come in?
She drove in a Subaru.
Subaru.
Yeah, I believe it got impacted. They took it away.
Oh, they
It's
did?
5 months or something behind. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
It was taken back for lack of payment.
Yes.
Was that the yellow Subaru?
No. The yellow Subaru.
No.
That was a yellow. I mean, That was a red Subaru.
Red
It was a Subaru Outback.
Maroon.
Outback?
Huh?
Subaru Outback?
Not an Outback. It was a small little cross-track or something.
Cross-track, okay.
Yeah. It was a nice car. The day he fired me, he was driving it with tools in it, and everybody's making fun of him. Like, Don, why do you drive your wife's car to work?
Now with that's the day before Summer was reported missing. Did he take that Subaru to work any other prior time? Was that day on the 14th?
That day only. The only day I seen him, the day he fired me on a Monday.
Did he tell you why he was driving that car?
No, he didn't tell me why. I don't remember.
Gotcha.
I just thought it was odd because I've never seen it. I worked with him for 2 months. So somebody said 2 weeks. No, I worked with him for 2 months. For 2 weeks prior to this happening, I was begging Jesse and him to give me my own house and move me away from Don. The dude's crazy. There's something wrong with him. He's deliberately starting trouble. And, you know, they didn't listen to me. Instead, they set me up for the kill. So,
Did Don ever bring the boys to work with him?
yes.
He has.
Yeah, he brought him to the chocolate factory job. That was the first one he was there, and he was smoking weed with him in the house.
Smoking weed with the
Smoking
boys.
weed with his son. Yeah, he had
Which
one
son?
The oldest.
The oldest
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Josie?
Josie. Yeah.
Did you see
That's
Josie
his
smoke weed?
surprise child.
Yeah, I saw him smoking weed. He was smoking weed right there. He left the roach on the damn window. I said, Don, I said, they're gonna get us in trouble here, dude. Jesse sees that shit. He already didn't like me because I smoked funny tobacco. So to have it on a job site, you know what I mean? It was unprofessional. And to do it with your kid, 11 years old, come on. I mean, that's not right.
Did you ever hear of him drinking? Well, actually, let me ask you one question
What do you want
before
to
I
drink,
go
honey?
to that.
Yeah, what do you have to
Yeah,
say?
why don't you guys have a drink? And also,
Honestly, we really appreciate you guys. And I trust
yeah, I
you
didn't
so
mean to
much.
start right into this, but you were already talking, so we figured we'd start filming.
You have our word. We're not here to get you.
Yeah, that's
We've been the most normal
We're here to keep people
guys
off your
in
backs
the
and try to just, at this time, because
He
there
invited me to
is a
the
lot
house
of
last night.
speculation.
It was just me. Said that he enjoyed my tenacity. Would you come to the house? 9 o'clock last night.
I wouldn't trust him.
He said, I want you to come
No
to the
phones.
house. And I'm like, what? He goes, come to the house and just me, you, and Candus. No cameras, no audio, nothing.
I took my wife there to get my money one time. She begged me to never bring her there ever again.
That was
Why?
Linda.
Why?
Okay? They're
How did
not
it make you
What I
feel?
got from
there
it, it was just
for one.
very uncomfortable. This woman just looks evil.
How was the
know?
condition of their home?
I never got outside of our vehicle.
'Cause you were
whenever we
scared?
did, yeah. So from just walking to her from the outside, I'm like, where are you taking me? You know, somebody lives here, you know?
When you say you had to go there and get money, what's it like? Does he pay you at a
Yeah,
like a
pay-
later?
yeah.
When did you get paid?
Richard, see, I didn't understand that. Not Richard. Jesse would direct deposit the money in his account because it was his job. So he would pay me my portion out of it, you know, which was 50-50. So I never actually got to see. Huh?
Go ahead, sorry.
What?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I never actually got to see what the deposit was, but he told me what I'd make off of every job. And he would pay me my cash.
Did he ever stiff you?
Yes. He stiffed me the last time I was supposed to get $2,100. He paid me $300. Okay, left me with $1,800, and then fires me. Well, he fired me before, but you know, he went a couple of days, and I kept calling Jesse. I was like, "Did Don get paid yet?" I said, "I ain't getting paid." He said, "He hasn't paid you. I already deposited the money in his account." I said, "All right." Well, I called him back. I said, "He didn't give me shit." He said, "He didn't give you nothing." I wasn't even telling him he gave me $300. That ain't shit compared to 21. You know? No, he didn't give me shit. He said he paid you $400. Well, he didn't pay me $400. He only paid me $300. And I had a neighbor that recorded it while I was getting it, and I was asking, "Have you heard anything about Summer?" And he just wigged out on me. Like I should have never asked that question. Why not? I'm worried about this your daughter. I just kind of
Let me ask you, when you said that, you know, he was acting crazy at the job, or he was, you know, not right the next day, and he was sitting in that tub.
He acted crazy crazy at the job.
He did act crazy.
Like what? Give examples of what would you say crazily?
My favorite was this. I'm pulling the metal around the window, and actually I'm pulling a butt joint on a wall next to a window, and he walks up to me with a scoop of mud on his knife and flings it right on a brand new window and says, "I bet you can't do that." I said, "When are you gonna grow up?" I said, "Now you get to clean that shit." He turns around after I finish pulling the butt, takes a picture of it, sends it to Jesse and says, "Look what Dudley did. He's fighting with me. He just setting me up for a kill." And Jesse didn't call me. He's just letting Don deal with it.
So
Remind me who Jesse is again.
Tucker.
Oh, Jesse Tucker. Okay.
Yeah, Jesse's Richardson.
Richardson.
He's the one that's letting the business go to shit. He'd rather have child pedophiles working for him in his neighborhoods.
Who would that be?
And meth head Don Wells.
it didn't.
If I would have known I was working with a child pedophilist, I don't believe he would have made it.
When you call Don Wells a pedophile, why? Why is he?
Well,
a
he's he molested his sisters. Okay, I was told that he was molesting Summer, and possibly Candus got pissed off and killed her because she was jealous. So, there's stories, that really throw red flags up.
We've heard the same thing.
And
We've heard the same thing.
I've had Candus run out the door telling me, "Did I ever tell you I hate fucking kids?" And I looked at Don and said, "Is she talking to me?" And he
Candus said
said,
that?
Yeah, Candus said that. And I said, "Well, she's got 4. She should have kept her legs closed." But Don, on the other hand, he never got the good book about growing up. He's definitely a childlike 14-year-old stuck in a 53-year-old body, wherever it is. 'Cause he's got games. He throw mud on the floors. He wrote all this shit on the walls that I got fired for. And he admitted about a week ago on there that he wrote down everything a meth head would do.
Yeah, we heard that.
So he admitted that he wrote it on the walls, and he said I did. But
So when you go to these job sites, are these new houses or houses that are being renovated or?
mostly brand new houses, but we did a couple that had, like the one in Churchill he sent me to. That was a piece of a garage that he forgot about.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hi.
They need something to drink.
I'm sorry.
They need something.
Okay.
Do you know who your server is? I can go ahead and grab for you.
She's tall.
Oh, I already know who you're talking
All
about.
right, awesome.
What can I get for y'all?
What do you guys want
What do
to
you guys-
drink, Linda?
I can go ahead and grab it. That way we get started on it.
Do you want a drink right now? And there's drinks.
I would like a,
A beer?
yeah, I'm thinking
I'll have the
It's
cucumber.
pecan
Can I just see IDs? Or
fashion.
sorry, give me just a second.
Did you get what you were looking down?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was trying to decide what are you gonna buy from me. Here, hold on.
Do you guys want a minute to look it over?
They've been waiting. They've been waiting for like 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like
I
this is
understand.
Cranberry one right here.
cranberry crush.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate your help. So I've got to ask this. It's going to be kind of a pointed question because we were watching a lot of social media ourselves, and we heard that at some point TBI or Hawkins County Sheriff, I didn't hear which, asked you where Don Wells buried Summer's body. Is that true?
Yeah, to a point. It wasn't them that asked me that.
Who was
you
it?
say the FBI, TBI? Or, no, it was
So,
not
yeah,
them.
law enforcement. Let me just say law enforcement.
No, it was there was a guy named Chris. You know what? I think, I don't know. I think it was a phone call. Somebody on the phone called me. Was it not on the phone, or was that when we went over there to Rock Springs to meet with Chris and his wife? You remember that?
I can't remember if it was on the phone or if it was in person.
I want to say it was when I talked to Chris over there at Rock Springs when we went over there to look to see about the concrete footage. Because they're the ones that said, do you think she possibly could have been buried in a house or something? I said, you know what? I said, they had a lot of holes around that last job we did. I said that they had to put concrete footers in. I said, and the holes were there, but the concrete wasn't. That is a house on top.
And what location was that at?
Rock Springs.
Rock
exit
Springs.
6.
I'm sorry?
Edenburg. Rock Springs, exit 6 on Edenburg.
Do you know the address or road name or anything?
I just know how to get there.
Yeah.
It's literally, the Edenburg is the subdivision with the school that's built on it. But if you were to drive around, it starts with a C, Common or something street, turn right on it, and go down all the way to the end, take a left, and you'll see the brand new houses. The very house in the corner that's on the right side of the corner, that's the last one me and Don did together. And all them houses to the left of that, to the right of that house, wasn't even there.
Is where do you think Don Wells, like, where's his sites at now? You know, like where he works at now?
I
Like,
know he was working 4 houses down from where I was just recently. I ain't seen Don Wells since the day he ripped me off, and all of a sudden last week, I think it was a Monday, I saw him drive past my job site
where's that at?
on Rock Springs.
Rock Springs.
Yeah, it's on Rock Springs Road.
Driving what vehicle?
He was driving a white S10.
The white S10. Do you think he'd be there, for instance, Monday at the same site that you said you saw?
Possibly. He was there Friday.
He was there Friday.
Yeah, I seen him. I drove past him when I was going to get lunch. He had these big old earphones on and stuff. So,
Rock Springs.
You know.
What is there like a gas station near there or anything like near there, like a landmark?
Yeah, there's a Marathon gas station off the exit at Rock Springs. But if you go straight down the road, it's literally within 3 miles. He was working at the house on the left. You probably see a blue bucket of mud sitting outside. I'm working on a custom home being built brand new. He's doing like a little addition or something. But I'm working at the brand new house. You can't miss it. It's all mud.
So there's a good chance he could still be there on Monday, this Monday.
Absolutely. It's a chance he's there right now.
He does work into the night when it's dark?
He works crazy hours. Yeah.
Dudley, what you having to drink?
Oh, they already ordered with another woman.
The pecan old fashioned and
What do you want to? Do you know what you guys want to eat? Do you guys know the menu?
I definitely want to get a sushi for starters.
And Linda, I got a question for you. How do you feel about all of this? How is, this has had to affected your life. It had turned your life upside down. This whole scenario, and how do you feel about
I
all
want
of
to get
this?
the crunchy roll.
I just think it's like a nightmare. I constantly people asking me, oh, I saw this video, saw that video on YouTube, this and that, and it's just becomes too much at times.
Yeah. How's this affected your son?
Well, we try not to talk a whole lot, with him, but, he'll say me, like, on my phone or whatever. He's like, Mom, why do you want to listen to that, because I want to follow what this man's doing, what he's got to say about Ray and this and that, and...
Yeah.
I saw you defending Dudley that's how I reached out to you, defending him on all these posts, saying it's ridiculous and stuff like that, and rightfully so, you should, especially when Don Wells is almost like a public figure at this point, a national figure because of this case unsolved, so, everyone's listening to him, so what happens is if he throws a name out, like he threw Dudley's name out, then everyone starts digging in on you, and everybody starts going through your social media profiles and like, oh, it has to be this Dudley, because he has a cult of defenders out there that are saying, oh, the Wells were set up, or, someone else, Don and Candus had someone kidnapped, it was a kidnapping, and they're sticking with the story. So when he throws names out, it's their cult following, their defenders are going to go gravitate towards that, that person and stuff like that. And it's sick.
It is.
Yeah. I can tell you, we truly believe your story. We believe you. we're here to expose Don Wells. We want to pull back that onion and make sure the whole world sees who Don and Candus are. Okay? We want to make sure that the world gets an opportunity to hear your story so they can finally put it in. I mean, you guys were cleared. You guys were cleared by the FBI. You guys have been cleared by TBI. Don Wells and Candus Wells have yet to be cleared. You guys have.
Because
No, go ahead.
no, please.
If you had an opportunity to tell the world anything about this, if you had something to tell the world about Don or Candus Wells, what would it be? I'm going to ask Dudley first, and then I'm going to go to you, Linda.
I think that the world really needs to look a little deeper into their eyes, because if they really listen to them, they don't care about their kids. They're not doing anything to make it better for their kids. So as far as, everybody knows the truth. They know the truth. They're just trying to keep leads off them. I mean, it's I don't know what else to say.
That's exactly what's happening.
It's enough.
He's trying to divert us over here.
Yes,
There,
he's running
there.
thousands of people around and wasting their time, their valuable time that they're trying to help them find summer, and they don't give a shit about summer.
No, I believe that you're correct in that, and they're trying to make us their friends. And they keep saying it. Don keeps saying, I need you to be my friends. He needs the support,
He's trying to
and
get
we
some
refuse.
cover up, for his lying, and he's, eventually just gonna cut his own throat, like he's already done.
Yeah, he's
Multiple times. I mean, they played pranks on his sister that he molested at 12, and he said he didn't know what that was. Well, please. I'm pretty sure you all know he knows what that was. Every man out there knows what that was. So, I think if they keep feeding into his bullshit, he's just using it as a trophy. Candus, when he drove past me, or when I drove past him, he gave me a peace sign. And of course I flipped him off. I told my buddy at work about it, and he's older cat, and they all know about it. And he said, maybe that wasn't a peace sign, Dudley. He said, maybe that was a sign of victory in World War I or II. He said, they threw that up there for a sign of victory. I said, well, what would he be victory of? That he's got what he wanted, and he's winning. So, but his time will come out. Karma's a bitch. She don't sleep. I don't know. That's about what I can think.
Linda?
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, with the CPSRA being involved prior to Summer being missing, if there was an issue in the home that bad, those kids should have been took out then. And maybe Summer would still be around, and everybody's time wouldn't have been wasted. And
Did Summer ever go to any of the job sites?
Yes.
She has.
At least 3 that I know of.
What would did Don?
Jonesboro, Rock Springs.
How old was Summer?
5, I think.
5. So recently, within the last 6 months, or
In June.
in June. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
I mean, I seen her. You know what I mean? Hell, when they got in that little car wreck, they were doing a video chat.
Car wreck.
Yeah, at the dollar store, I think it was, when Grambo had to get hospitalized.
What month was that?
Huh?
What month was that?
June.
June of last year.
Yeah,
a little
right
bit before
this happened.
And you said it happened at Dollar General?
I believe it was a dollar store. Yeah, she was backing up and somebody hit her, and I mean, put a little bitty bump. But Grambo had to get ambulance to the hospital. So she was trying to get some pain pills, they said. Don was making a big joke about it, but I talked to Summer right there, and Don gave her the phone and said, here, talk to Dudley. And I asked her what happened. She said, oh, we got in a car wreck. They hit Grandma.
What kind of
But
drug?
Summer wasn't hurt.
No.
No bruises
They went
or
and got
anything?
checked supposedly.
When Don, going back to the job site, when Summer was at these job sites, was she just running around the house or
Yeah, like
unattended?
Yeah, 90 going west. Yep. Didn't have no control over her. I mean, she was running all over the walkboards. That's going across ladders in a stairwell. That's, I don't know, you've seen it, babe. That one where I was working at, that was what, 15 feet off the ground? You know, I mean, that's crazy.
What kind of drugs do you know that Don Wells was on? Whether you've physically seen him, or you've discussed with him, or you've...
I mean, he talked about meth every day.
Every day.
Every day he talked about meth. And I didn't understand why, you know, but he was trying to put me in a category. Like, he tried the first couple of weeks trying to see that I was on meth, but then he tells me, he says, no, you're not on meth. He said, you just like I was when I was younger growing up doing this stuff. He said, you're just a hard worker, you know?
Do you think... Go ahead.
But did you see him do meth?
I didn't see him do meth, but I saw something that looked like that substance in his car. So
Do you think he was trying to see if you were a user so he could use with
Yes,
you?
yes.
So he could find out whether he could
Trying
use
to
it at
get
the
me
job?
involved in his activity. So
As an asset.
when I wouldn't, he would leave, take off for 15 minutes, come back, and he's boom, 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 boom. But still couldn't do as good of a job as he was. But that's what he had to do because I was just doing my job. We were subcontractors. We didn't work by the hour.
Did he come to work drunk, or did he ever drink on the job?
Yeah, he drinks spoiled milk on the job. That could probably get you drunk. I've never seen him actually drinking. I've never seen him drink, period.
Oh, you never seen him drink?
I've never seen an empty container at his house. Now, his wife, she would drink them malt liquor cans.
Candus, right?
But, you know, I've never seen him drink at all. But he was fucked up all the time. So he was just on meth. You know, that's
Gotcha.
what I believe.
Yeah.
You know, because he had his eyes, it was so little, pupils, and you could just tell he was so glossy. I know it wasn't from smoking a joint.
Right.
These job sites, did you ever see him steal anything off the job sites?
Yes, I did.
Like what?
I saw him that one job site he took me to in the damn Churchill that he made me go to that Sunday and wasted my damn time. He went there and done the job in the middle of the night. That one right there, he's took the guy's battery, big 20-volt rigid battery, because he had a radio, and he stuck it in his radio. So, yeah, I seen him do that over there. I was like, damn. I said, that ain't your shit, man. He was like, I'm just borrowing it. I bet he never brought it back.
Anything else you seen him take off job sites, like tools or people's, like other construction equipment, and take it home, or?
I see him take a lot of material. You know, like I said, I went to his house, and he had to have 20, 30 buckets of mud that been sitting out there a couple of years in the frozen. That was no good. And I mean, you can't freeze mud. Mud can't sit out in the cold and freeze it. Once it freezes, it'll mold. He's mixing this shit in with the mud at the house, is trying to get rid of it because he took it from Tucker and them, and he was trying to get rid of it. But
Do you know if
the
he's...
whole yard was full of it. I said, man, brand new buckets of mud. But then he accused me of stealing mud when he told me to go put it in my storage building because he didn't have no room at the house.
Do you know if he's still working for Tucker?
I don't know, but I heard he was. I don't know.
So who else would he
I
get?
haven't seen him since he ripped me off, but I saw him almost every day last week.
Yeah, like you said, at
Kind
that.
of weird. My hair stood up the first day I saw him go by because my teeth were gringed. And I thought he wasn't doing 90 mile an hour either. He was doing like 20 mile an hour. So he seen me there, and he's cahooted with my old boss that I had that just supposedly fired me. But he's cahooted with him, and he's a damn needle junkie. That's why I don't work for him no more. So he wants to accuse me of being what do you call me, a junkie? Yeah, and a junkie is a needlehead. Somebody who, maybe a crackhead or meth head, but I always thought a junkie was just a heroin dope head, shoot up needles. That's what I always thought. And to be frank honest, I ain't done none of it. I like tattoos, but my ex-boss, his hands, you can see the tracks on Womack paint. He wanted to say I'm a junkie because he got on with Don Wells, and I told him too much, John, and he went ahead and got in with Don Wells and wanted to throw me back in as being a main suspect. I can't hold a job.
Do you know where Don was on June 15th? Was he at work that you know of? I know you were fired the day before.
Jesse told me he went to skim a house.
Wait,
Wasn't that when I went up to Jesse and I said, Jesse, I said, where's Don? He said, he's skimming the house. I said, he's skimming the house when his daughter's missing? I said, there's something wrong with that. I said, because me personally, I don't know that I could work if somebody was skimming a house and my daughter's missing.
What house was that? Where?
That was one of their houses. That was I forget the name of that subdivision. That's in Jonesboro though.
So he was in Jonesboro area.
Right there, huh?
Was it in Rock Springs?
No,
No, he
it
said
was in
Jonesboro. Right there where, like...
I want to say by the police station, Sullivan County Police Station.
So he was there the day Summer was
Blunt.
reported missing. June
What's that
15th.
police station up there in Jonesboro? Is that Sullivan County? That is Sullivan County, yeah. I believe so. I think it is Sullivan County Police. They're pretty big. Huh?
I don't know.
So he was at that location the day Summer was reported missing.
Yeah.
Was the boys
That's
with him?
what Jesse said. I didn't know. I didn't go. I wasn't allowed to. I was fired.
You don't know
I
if
just
the-
didn't understand why he was going to work when his daughter's missing. That's what I didn't get.
She just wants to know what you want to eat.
Oh. Okay. What do you think?
Do you guys have wings?
We do have awesome sriracha wings.
They do have the best.
Yeah.
Can I get?
We'll share something.
Okay. Can I have some wings? You want barbecue or medium?
We've got
Medium.
sriracha dry rub, or we got the buffalo, or the
Buffalo.
jalapeno barbecue.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Yeah.
Buffalo with ranch.
Okay.
I was thinking about the wing.
Some plates.
There we go.
So you get a little Mexican, you get a little Asian, you get a little American, you just kind of get choices. Place is awesome.
Very specials?
We've got the grilled cheese shrimp sandwich with tomato juice this month. Why don't you get a steak? And on the steak.
whatever you
Yeah,
got.
whatever you want. Right here, that's really good. And then on the other side is the burger of the month. It's a cordon bleu burger. Don't be shy. It's a burger with smoked ham and now that I'm drinking Swiss cheese. It's really good. Cheers, guys. Cheers. There you go, madame.
Yes,
My brother over there. I like you. You like me?
We love her. No, we love her.
You like? She's a nut.
Her name is Molly Goldlighting.
Molly, nice to meet you, Molly. Nice to meet you.
Sweetheart.
She works for victims.
Oh, yeah. I'm a yeah.
She's a victim right actor.
That guy, the father, is trying to blame it on him. No way. Swear to God. And he told me and her, and we were like, what? He goes, don't focus on us. Focus on this guy. And the poor girl was like,
No, just get
what?
what you're getting. You don't need the same thing.
I just ate one.
So it's like interrupting their lives.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I couldn't imagine. I've got 6 kids. I couldn't imagine.
You have 6 kids?
I do. I've got 2 sets of twins.
Oh wow.
23 and 11, and then I have a 20-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old son.
I'd be running.
Got 5. And that's what I'm
I
right
want
now.
a lot of kids. I want 10.
5 girls and 1 boy.
salads and chili.
Start with
Too many
one.
kids.
Start with one.
We're
I
babysitting.
stopped at one. That's all I could handle.
Right?
They're expensive.
Yes, man, they are.
They want to eat every day. And the laundry is non-stop.
Don't want to talk about that.
I guess I'm gonna go with the filet with crab ragoon roll.
Exactly. You don't be shy around me. Let's go. Bring it.
How you want to step today?
Huh?
How you want to step cooking? Okay, and get one side. French fries, tater tots, sweet potato fries, broccoli, and I don't recommend the coleslaw.
I'll do
Good for you.
sweet potato fries.
Okay.
I'm actually having a really good time. I'm not.
So you guys obviously go out of y'all's way from probably a long distance trying to
Hershey,
solve.
Pennsylvania, Florida.
We want to nail these people.
Yeah,
We want
them
to
behind
expose
Tell you,
them.
baby, I knew that's what it was.
We want to nail
I
them.
didn't research y'all, but I was just going off of what y'all talked about.
We root for the
We
good
want
guys.
to
I
nail
told
them.
my wife, I
We
said,
want the good guys.
I really thought
That
that
we don't
these
root for
people
them.
were just, they deserve the truth. You know?
Absolutely. And
John's
here,
sending y'all on goose chases, and he doesn't care what
Who he throws
obstacles
under.
he sends y'all
We
way.
knew he was throwing
here's
them
the thing
under.
is, we have platforms, big platforms. Putting this out, you getting it on the record, it's game over. Don Wells will be
He's
exposed
Jeffrey.
as a liar, a fraud, a scam artist. He lies constantly. You know what?
He lies so much.
We talked to his neighbor yesterday in front of his house because we were out there. We went and got the dogs food because we heard they were hungry and there was complaints of animal abuse there. The neighbor came out. His name was Donald. Donnie lives behind them. Don Wells was throwing his other neighbor, Fred Hill, under the bus, just like with you. Matter of fact, when he talked to her, he said the same thing in the same interview. Fred Hill, meth guy. You gotta look at Fred Hill, the meth guy. Fred Hill confronted him and said, "Don't put my name in your mouth anymore. I will, pow, kill you." Same kind of thing what he's did to you. Drag your name in the mud. Drag Fred Hill's name in the mud. There's another
all
guy,
he's doing.
Jerry McLean. You know Jerry McLean? Another, I guess he worked at Tucker Drywall or was a contractor or something. Drug his name. He was saying, "Oh, you gotta look at Jerry McLean. I hate that guy. He's a pedo." You know, he's just throwing it at other people.
He's the only one I know that's doing it. So he's said so many lies. He's put so many people under the bus. He's wasted so many volunteers. I mean, I feel horrible for you guys because y'all got to listen to this shit and try to make something out of it. And you want to believe because you want to help Summer, but really,
We don't believe
you
him.
don't realize you're dealing with a psychopath.
You think he's a psychopath? Sociopath, psychopath? Or do you think she's just a drug?
Schizophrenic, I mean, just a drug head from far.
He shot a flare at us yesterday.
Like, I don't know if you knew that. Yeah.
From his
Shot a
property.
flare
He
gun.
shot us with a
We're
flare.
feeding his dogs.
We were feeding his dogs in front of his house asking, "Where's Summer?" And guess what? He pulled out somewhere up on that hill and went, pow, and this thing went right over her head, a flare.
Got it on film.
Got it on film.
And all we were doing was dropping off dogs.
Did you have the recording
That's what I was looking for, yeah.
Oh, you got a recording of him?
in your other phone?
We'd love to hear it.
You didn't.
Well, that's okay. You guys can send
We
it
could
to
always
us.
send
Look,
it.
yeah, look it up and.
So,
I've got so much in here.
I know.
Hopefully it's in here.
yeah.
What's the recording?
What's the recording
Don
about?
saying he wasn't going to pay me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So besides, how does it work with him and Tucker? Is he a contract with Tucker?
Yeah, he's a subcontractor.
Subtruck
That's all he
contractor.
is. Yeah, Tucker doesn't want anything to do with it.
So Tucker can't fire him or anything like that.
They feel bad for him because they believe his shit.
Why? And I reached out to Richard
He's
Tucker.
supposedly a Christian, but you know, Richard's a good guy. Richard is an awesome guy. His wife, Miss Rose, beautiful people. They'll do anything in the world. The problem is the company's so big that they don't actually get to see everything. Like Jesse probably never goes on 90% of his jobs because he's got people to go there and he relies on those people to pick up the checks and do what they got to do. Okay, the job. Well, me personally, I have a few haters out there. I'm a threat to some of them, and they don't want me around. So, you know,
Do you want to tell us who those are? This way you have an added layer of protection.
Well, Mike Oliver was going to stick up for me, and he chose to turn his back on me.
Inside with Don?
In a category, yeah, like they wanted to say that I was, I guess, a meth head.
So who is Oliver? He works with Don?
No, he works with Tucker.
Works with Tucker.
He's Tucker's touch-up. They tried saying I took too long on the job, but they never actually went there to the job. The job had 10 bathrooms, and that's how big the house was. Okay, it was over $1 million home. And you could see every flat butt joint, the arches look like shit. The screw holes you could see all along the wall because they painted a baby blue semi-gloss paint. And it showed everything. And I went through and fixed the whole house, and it took over 2 weeks, and nobody once checked up on me, but they said I wanted to take too long on the job. Well,
You might want to put that down here.
who says one man can do all this? I pretty much solid floated walls, fixed all the arches. The only one that actually knew what I'd done and appreciated was the homeowner. He saw me there working till 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and he thanked me because he noticed everything I'd done. All the details. He had a multi-$1 million home. It was custom. You know, I would have been pissed. The last thing you see is drywall when it's all done.
Is there any other companies that Don Wells works for, like besides Tucker? Like he's just his own. It's a
Tucker's
subcontract.
always been his own guy. You know, that's been his man. Tucker. That's why he felt threatened by me because he said I had so many attached jobs I could do. Why do I need to work there? You know, I was going to take his job from him. You know, but he took his own job. I was there to help him as a partner.
If Don, sounds awful, but was to dispose of, say, Summer's body, where do you think, because you're more familiar around here than we are, where do you think that location could possibly be?
It's a long shot, but it's between Rock Springs and Greene County.
Why?
Well, because that's his backwards. If you look up the map, he can be in Greene County in 30 minutes from his house. And we did a lot of jobs out there in Chucky. Chucky is another one. There's some woods out there, man, that scare me. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I would have never thought, you know, but I would guess Rock Springs to Greene County is where I'd check. And that covers Jonesboro and everything. That's a straight shot.
But what is your opinion on what you think happened this summer? Like, do you think something happened with Candus and
My
Axel?
wife and I talked about that, and I really believe, I don't know what my wife thinks, but I really believe that Summer got hurt, you know, and fell and killed herself. That was a dangerous house. And for her to have to say she came out and screamed, why did you scream? What did you see that you had to scream?
So you believe Jody Sue when she said she heard that scream?
Yeah, I did. I believe that she saw her daughter dead, you know, and it was an accident.
So then what do you think happened at that point?
Yeah, but I also thought that, you know, what I said before, Don blessed his daughter, she was jealous and pulled an envy on him, killed her own daughter, you know. She didn't watch the kid, you know. I mean, you know, when they ran out the house, did they not have drawers on, no clothes?
That was it.
I was like, I said, babe, that one right there in front is a little girl. They shaved her head. They shaved all their heads.
Did they ever tell you why they shaved the daughter's head? Why they shaved Summer's head? Did he indicate the
Well,
reason?
Don said because she woke up and she shaved her mom's hair, or she cut her own hair, so she had to shave it all off, and Candus just went ahead and shaved hers to make it look like hers. That's what Don said. But truth be told, they had lice, and they shaved all their heads. All of them had shaved heads.
They usually do that because you're too lazy to take care of your kids.
So
Clean the house.
going back to your first theory of possibly what happened to Summer, the accident. Do you think Don was working or was there when the accident happened?
I think the accident happened not on Tuesday. I really feel like that's my heart.
You think it happened the day before?
I think it happened Sunday night or Monday.
Well, what about like them at the swimming hole, like Hunter? You've heard about the juvenile, and I mean,
She did look kind of funny sitting on that note. Looked kind of blue to me.
interesting.
We believe that she drowned at the lake. We do,
It's
honestly.
a possibility. I've thought of it.
But
She drowned
you're saying the
and
way-
she fell asleep because she was in trouble.
I'm just trying to figure out what had Don's mind destroyed on Monday.
on the toilet.
You know what I mean? Because I've never seen him that way.
So he was
Something
distraught
happened.
on a Monday.
Something happened Monday morning that he.
Have rangoon roll?
I think the crab ragoon. Did you order crab
Oh
ragoon?
crap!
rangoon roll?
Yeah.
And then I got a quesadilla.
So, all right, let's go back to Don's character a little bit. Did you ever see Don cheat on his wife, Candus, with anybody?
No, we talked about it. I didn't hang out with Don.
When you talked about it, meaning like, what do you
We
mean?
talked about, leaving all the shit,
Oh, he did?
And yeah, I don't see other women.
Did Don ever
He'd
complain?
see a girl one time looked like she had been 14 years old, and I eyeing her up. I'm like, dude, that's like a kid, bro.
Where was this at?
This was I want to say in Jonesboro.
Just somebody
Like, what are you
randomly?
looking at? I said, that kid can't be 12, 14 years old.
Did he ever say anything about Candace cheating on him?
Yeah, he did. He told me about that.
Jose?
Those charges she filed on him with Jose or something.
Zero moment.
There was something there. I remember him telling me that she was. I think he had to go to Utah or some shit, and they. She had pressed charges against him, and he had to go in there. She was caught her cheating on him with some Mexican. I remember something like that. Yeah.
Did he ever talk bad about the Mexican guy?
Oh yeah, he said he went over there and kill him and shit. And she was playing some prank on him or something. They got a twisted relationship. That's a special breed there.
No, yeah.
You got your hands tied.
You seen her do drugs ever? Or drink? You said you saw her drink those big bottles of I don't know, liquor,
Yeah,
malt
no, she
liquor.
had a plate on the table though when I walked over to get my check the first time.
A plate of what?
A plate with something lined out on it. I doubt it was cocaine. It looks a little expensive for them.
And you seen her under the influence before, like at the house or anywhere? Like you ever see her like under the influence?
All the time? Why did he? Why,
Every time. I think I drove there. I had to drive there 3 times. 2 or 3 times. I ain't kidding you. It didn't matter if it was in the morning or in the evening. Both of them was tanked up. They
With
were
the-
both under the influence of something.
With the kids there present?
Yeah, with the kids there.
And would the kids just
And
be?
screaming at them all the time.
Did you ever see them like in the house and just let the kids just wandering outside on their own? Summer outside
Do
on
whatever
their
they
own?
wanted.
What about summer, like outside alone?
The boys were in charge of something. Not Candus or Don.
do you know why Don wanted? You said that he talked about cheating on his wife, but he wanted to actually leave her. He talked about leaving her. Do you know why? Did he ever tell you or indicate why he wanted to leave her?
Usually dealing with too much shit, and they've been together too long, things like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't really have.
Speechless.
That was pretty.
Yeah, I mean, we're sorry that you're going through this and stuff. And anything you have to anything you want to say on the record?
Is there any last things that either you or Linda would like to just I mean, this is your opportunity. You have something to
what
say to
can
the
I
world.
say? You know, I hope to God something good comes out of this as far as summer goes.
Right.
Because for parents, if I thought that Don Wells was my number one suspect, I'd be in jail already.
I have two last questions for you. Have you heard of Don or Candus being involved in any search for Summer? Have you heard, because you guys are close by here? You have not. Okay, and the last question that I have is, do you know whether they, I don't even know how to word this. Do you believe that they obviously have the ability to harm their children? Have you seen them harm their sons? I mean, not just Summer,
Yes.
but we've never asked you about
I've
the
never
boys.
seen him harm Summer, but I've seen him beat the shit out of his sons.
Explain that.
All three of them?
Two of them.
Which ones?
I mean, he just, the one he did when he had him on the job site. I don't know, he back-talked him or something, backhanded him, grabbed him by his pants, gave him a wedgie, and told him to get outside and go sit in the truck. That was at the chocolate factory.
You know which son that was?
Josie.
Josie.
Yeah.
Josie's
The
like
one-
their
the one who
last
was
child.
smoking weed.
Yeah, the oldest one.
Yeah.
Because he told us that he wants a free Josie T-shirt. What does that mean, free Josie? Well, you know that they were taken away.
It's a trophy for Don.
Really, he's a trophy to Don.
It's a trophy to Don, yeah, it's exactly what it is.
What do you think?
He thinks, you know, like his little peace sign with me, having victory, you know, he's getting what he wants. He's got everybody going around in circles, and the finger's on him. But he still wants to throw everybody else under the bus and give them this hard time, you know, and come at them about all these crazy questions when really he's a suspect. Him and Candus did this to her kids. They know what they've done, and then they're not saying nothing. And everybody's feeding on their bullshit. Really, they think it's a fucking game.
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
It's a
you.
game to them.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I say that
Okay?
all
And that's
the time.
a trophy.
Yes.
It's his trophy to get
Yes.
off on that. It's a big joke. When they hang up the phone, they laughing at us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, one day they'll cry
Yeah.
if they make it that far.
We want to talk to other friends of Don and Candus. Do you know any other people that
I wasn't his friend, so I don't know their.
you don't know any
Do you know anybody who
associates?
would be
I
willing
was
to
just
talk to
working.
us?
What about coworkers of his?
He had his friend Jamie. That knew Don more than anybody. But I don't
Jamie
know.
who?
I don't know Jamie's last name.
And he works for Tucker?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he works for Tucker. He's not a sub. He's back by the hour.
What job position is he there?
Huh? He's a foreman.
He's a foreman.
He
Jamie.
runs a crew for Tucker Drywall.
Anyone else? Anybody else worth seeing? Like, you know, coworkers? Any names that you know?
Nobody liked Don.
Why didn't nobody like him?
He's a piece of shit.
So no, he
You
wasn't
know?
popular.
He was slow. Nobody liked Don. I didn't like him.
Yeah.
I just got stuck working. They set us up to fail.
When you say slow, what do you mean? Like slow? Like just
Dumb.
Physically and mentally.
Candus
He's
too?
special.
He's like a
So
child.
so a lot of
She's
people.
slower than molasses.
So a lot of people say, how can two slow people get away with, you know,
Because
doing
they're
this?
playing the dumb role. I'm too dumb. Duh. Please. They know so much that they're good at it. This isn't their first rodeo. They've done this shit.
Career
Come on.
criminals.
She worked at a circus. When I worked in construction for my own business, I shut a circus down because half of them were criminals ripping people off in my parish. Just trying to give away hot stolen four-wheelers at a circus. They're all criminals. Nobody legit works at a circus, so
Have you ever met the grandmother?
That was my
that's
question.
a special one there.
Why?
Grambus is, well, she never said a whole lot, but she had this look on her face. And
sometimes I wish I was a fly on the wall just to hear what they were talking about, because they were very devious. They had to go outside and talk. They leave the kids inside with me, and they go outside and talk. They would come to the job, and they would start screaming at each other. So Don didn't like Candus or her mama.
So when you were on the phone with me when we were talking about coming here, you said it's not fair, that, you know, what you're going through, all this stuff is not fair. Can you just elaborate on that? And then I have one other
Not fair to what? Me?
Yeah, when you were saying it's
And your
not fair
wife.
to us, it's not fair to us
You
when
know,
we were on
my
the phone with
wife
you.
posts things on Facebook because she wants to say something nice about our day, and somebody's got to message you and send you a picture of me being accused of Don, you know, being a child something.
Right,
So
right.
do you get a lot?
Shitty.
Yeah. Did you get a lot, or do you still get messages?
Oh yeah, I
You
still
do?
get messages.
Like
That's gotta be
what kind of
hard.
messages?
Just the things that, have you heard the latest on what Dawn's saying, you know,
4 months.
about your husband, you know, is yellow card you guys, you know, just random stuff.
Did
you
anyone
know.
ever threaten
They're
you?
harassing you.
No.
No harassing? More like just like, it seems like they believe you guys.
Yeah.
And just saying what Don is up to and why he's trying to blame you guys or whatever.
We believe you, everything you guys have
Yeah,
said. You said you guys seem
absolutely.
very like you guys have been very honest with us.
We don't have a reason to lie.
Right,
I
right.
drove her nuts for 2 months talking about this asshole. She got tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
There was a point where I thought I was making things up because she couldn't believe the shit I'm telling her. And I wish I could remember half that shit, because she told me you need to stop.
Right.
I said, no, this dude's not right. And then I think I told you, 2 weeks ago? I said, you see, I tried to tell you. Did I not say that?
I mean, I believed you the whole time. It's just that every day he would come home from work, I'm like, do we have to talk about Dawn today?
Right.
You know,
Right.
care about your day and everything, but if this man's driving you crazy, just beat his ass. Get someone else
I
to
called
work, you
Jesse
know?
and him twice for it.
Okay, what's that?
They must have given you an extra covering here. Is that what's supposed to come with your meal?
Oh,
Oh well.
I was wondering whether I
Happy
was
like
gonna work.
Christmas.
Okay, and then I feel that
Y'all care to try?
thank you so much.
If I need anything, I will go up.
No,
I
ma'am.
wanted to actually ask, do you want to take something home, like chicken tenders for your baby? Do you want to take something home? Please just tell her, this way she'll know, and then you can take it when we're ready.
You do the chicken
Yeah,
tender?
tenders and fries?
Yeah.
Okay. How long do y'all want to be? Me ringing it now, or wait till you closer to time to leave? Or?
Well, I think we finished the interview, and we're just
No,
gonna
I got a couple
Yeah, we're
more
just gonna
questions.
eat.
Okay,
Just
I'll go ahead and do that. Take about 15 minutes, right?
Take your time.
Okay, so the other thing is do you feel that because of Don's extensive background, I didn't think of this until we were talking, but based on Don's past criminal background, do you think that people underestimate him as being manipulative, conniving, cunning?
Yeah. I do. I think that he's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
He's very manipulative. He did so many times where he was saying he was bragging on me, but really he wasn't bragging on me. He was cutting my throat, throwing mud on the floor, taking pictures of it, and sending it to him when I'm the one cleaning the whole house. I mean,
do you think, how old are you? Just
42.
42. Do you think he's just trying to belittle you, or in a sense, or because you're younger,
Maybe
maybe?
make me look bad because he wanted to be me and he couldn't. He's got 40 plus years to finish. I've got 12 years in finishing. Also been a mechanic all my life. So between my construction business, my mechanic business, my detail shop, I was 18 years in business for myself. You know, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Virginia. I mean, you know, he envied me. He was upset that he couldn't do the things I can do, and he was more upset that I could do his job better than him and faster than him. And I wasn't on that.
Right.
So that was his problem. He had to throw me under the bus, get me out of there, so that I didn't take his job from him. That's the only thing he had. Nobody else would work.
Dudley, Linda, God bless you. Thank you so much for taking your time out, interviewing with us.
I know this had to be difficult. I know you guys had to be terrified, and I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for showing up and just really being honest with us and allowing us to take this. We promise you, we will.
Oh, yeah.
She's beautifully editing. We'll be happy to send you a copy of everything.
We're thankful that you guys are out there to help,
Yeah,
because there's people like this that get away with this shit.
yeah.
And that's not fair. You know, there's thousands of people volunteering their time and they've wasted so many good people. I feel sorry what's going to happen to them when they find out. That would look
And we say
mean.
that all the time.
So what do you feel about, like, have you seen the church people hanging out with Don Wells, like this woman Robin Lane in the church? What do you feel about that? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, he's manipulating the system. You know, it's his little way of covering up, you know, getting the heat off of him, making himself look good. It's about Summer, not Don. But unfortunately, Don and Candus are the ones that did it, so they gotta try to make things look good for them. You know, but everybody knows. You know, they're only fooling themselves.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Question. So Candace's sister went missing years ago. Did you
Rose.
ever hear Don talking about her, Rose, why, or did you know anything?
Never won.
Well, thank you again. The worst part's over. Now we can enjoy ourselves.
Thank you so much.
So how's your son? I mean, how's your son doing? I hope so.